I want to ask, where do these ideas come from? Is it like a muse, like God himself strikes you with the inspiration to say these things? Tell me, how do you come up with these strange things that you like to say?
I think the first thing I'd like to say is that I think it's really hilarious that you use like 3 different question words. It went from like what to how to where to why.
That's right. No, that's absolutely right. I am always confused.
I mean, I think that that's one of the most amazing parts too. Like sometimes I'll just like think of something and I'm like, okay, and this is gonna make a lot of sense. I'm pretty sure that a lot of people are gonna understand the joke. And then I post it and like nobody understands it. And I was like, I don't understand how nobody understands this. People are like, is he speaking in riddles?
I think that when it comes to your sense of humor, it's so far beyond what I would imagine. There's like a culture of jokes being made in Niji-en for certain. Like, you know, it sort of became tradition to just sort of make jokes about like tops and bottoms and a load of like sussy garbage like that as soon as you join. But to then, I'm always reminded, and I think probably the most perfect example of how different your sense of humor is and why it confuses us so much was when Hex made his tweet and he said, "I'm in love with you, parasocial," and you said, "I'm haunted by ghosts, paranormal." I thought that was just the most brilliant shit I had ever read in my life. Every opportunity that you might have to make a joke that someone would normally make, you just go for something a little bit silly. Maybe they get it, but they're just not ready for it. That said, the whole Max Simon the Uber Drive joke, I completely went over my head the first time I read that. I was like, what? And I had to read it like 3 times to be like, it was weird and it was different, but I knew I liked it for some reason.
I think the cool thing about it is that a lot of the times, like when people actually get it, and then they laugh at it, and they're like, "Yo, that's actually really funny." It makes me feel really accomplished as somebody who likes to think about jokes and stuff in a certain way. But going back to the question, which was, how do you get your inspiration? Where do you get your inspiration? I guess it just comes randomly, or like it just comes out of nowhere. Act of God, or who knows? It just comes. There was like. I was like at an office, right? Because I was like getting some documents for the Institute done. In the window of one of the offices, I would say like the way you open it is that you kind of push it and then it swings upwards, like it swings vertically. So it creates an angle. Reflected in the angle of the window, you can see like highway traffic. And the way that it reflected it was like the trucks and the cars looked like they were going straight up into the sky. So I was like, what if I write a story? Or what if I write some kind of joke that's all about trucks going straight up into the sky? So it's like really weird. Sometimes weird, absurd things really make stories just pop out and be so out there that it's like, yo, I don't know what flavor of food this is, but it's exotic. It's weird. I like it. And that makes me happy.
I like that.
Doppio